In our last section, we did an overview on building the setup and topology for our system. We covered dial plans and dial peers, and looked at IPv4 addresses and IPv6, and understood the complexities of topology in the small business design. In this section, we're going to cover verification. Specifically in this section, we're going to look at verification of the ATA connection from the ATA appliance. We'll cover common command line options for troubleshooting, and use those command line options for troubleshooting within the system. And finally, we're going to view a small business router configuration. Let's get started. Hello, who is this making calls over your networks? In this video, we're going to take a look at checking the status of our ATA appliance. And then the important item is examining the call detail record located on the SIP service provider and looking at billing and addressing information. Let's go and get started by logging into the ATA appliance. Recall the IP address that you used to log into your ATA last, and let's log in at ATA appliance. I'll go through and examine some fields in that ATA. Here's our ATA appliance. In my ATA appliance, I went to status and then internet status. I'm able to see the link status of my ATA. It is connected. It has an IP address. This is my MAN address of my device, 192.168.10.235. My net mask is this, 255.255.255.0, which is a /24. And recall a /24 in that IPv4 video. The /24 said it had 256 devices, minus 2, which is 254 available hosts. In this case, my gateway address, that's the IP address used. If I don't know how to handle traffic, it sends it to my gateway, which is often called the default gateway, which is the router. 10.254 is my router IP address. My device name is an SPA122. My DNS server is actually coming from the router, so the router is managing my DNS entries. Here you can see that 192.168.10.254 is a DNS, and actually is facilitated through what's called Cisco Umbrella, which is a DNS server and an ability to provide security for DNS lookups. Let's take a look at VoIP.ms, and let's look at outgoing calls, the toll-free calls today. So this is available through the CDR and reports. That's a call detail record and reports. This is a very important item in examining your SIP service provider. And today I made a few calls to Chase. So Chase Bank has some calls from me. Let's take a look at some the phone numbers that we use for Chase. Here is the website. It says I'm applying for a home equity. So I just decided to dial this number, 836-5656. And I can see here that 836-5656 has a duration of 57 seconds. The rate is 0 because it's an 800 number. And I have another Chase number here that's 6675. That is actually a disconnected number by Chase. So I wanted to try it out. And that was for, I think it was auto loan. I just went through the list here. And if I click on that, it says it was no answer. It was disconnected. My account ID to making it was this. And you'll see the rate. If you do have a rate on your call, it'll appear here. It's very detailed. It's the IP address of your device that's managing it or calling from it. And then the caller ID is SIP.ms because I didn't provision a caller ID yet. It knows it's a toll-free call, and here's the 800 number it made. Interesting. Let's take a look at the other call detail record. In this case, it's a toll-free call. It was answered. It's a duration of 57 seconds and no cost. So what I can do is I can examine thoroughly these call detail records to add up all costs and find out what phone numbers my business associates are calling so I can better optimize my devices. I might choose something like a class of restriction so I can restrict certain numbers that are being dialed. Again, that class of restriction is often found through the main menu. If you go to Portal Home, you'll often see sometimes you'll see options there for the dial plan. The dial plan is also found in your ATA appliance, and you could use that to better manage your service.